Today, I want to talk about this phrase, God helps those who help themselves. Yes, it is an non-existent Bible verse which our own president mentioned recently. You see, during his recent address, President Uhuru Kenyatta said, God helps those who help themselves. And this actually attracted a lot of talk, particularly from Christians, on whether that phrase exists. I also have a YouTube video titled God helps those who help themselves. You can find it at that link. This video of mine has earned me more hands downs, more thumbs downs than thumbs up, and particularly so from Christians. That's the president.
Anasaidia wale ambao wanajisaidia.
He's talking in English. Sorry, he's talking in Swahili.
Anasaidia
And he says,
wanajisaidia.
God helps those who help themselves. Now, that has solicited critique after critique, criticism after criticism. You see, the critics are very quick to turn to the Bible when that phrase, God helps those who help themselves, is mentioned. Even in my case, where the Bible is not mentioned, still the complaint is that there is no such a verse. Remember, I have not said this verse exists in the Bible. But you see, having mistaken it as a scriptural quote and finding that it's not stated verbatim in the Bible, then the venom starts, and even ridicule starts. Some Christians have indeed criticized the expression as being contrary to the Bible's message of God's grace. So, I decided to go find out more about this phrase. Yes, the sentiments of the phrase appear in several ancient Greek tragedies. Sophocles, 409 before Jesus Christ, that phrase existed. Euripides, Hippolytus, 428, all those ancient Greek tragedies carried the phrase. I actually discovered the phrase originated in ancient Greece as, in this form, the gods help those who help themselves. And may originally have been a proverb. It's proverbial. It is illustrated in Aesop's fables, like the fable of the crow that went fetching for water, and is also in ancient Greek drama. It has commonly been attributed to Benjamin Franklin, but the modern English wording appears earlier in Algernon Sidney's work. So, God helps those who help themselves, goes beyond the Bible. Good. Benjamin Frank has used it. Here is the proverb, God helps those who help themselves. That is Benjamin Frank. It has been explained that when God sees you doing your part, developing what He has given you, then He will do His part and open doors that no man can shut. Now, Wikipedia told me this, that the phrase, God helps those who help themselves, is a motto that emphasizes the importance of self-initiative and agency. The expression is still famous around the globe and used to inspire people for self-help. Indeed, in my video at that link, I am giving a keynote talk at Mbarara University in Uganda, and I'm supporting the self-mentorship. That yes, you can go for mentorship, but you are your own self-mentor. So help yourself first before you go for help outside. Yes, I agree that God helps those who help themselves does not appear verbatim in Christian scriptures. But now, let's have a look at this. Look at that. Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. Look at Deuteronomy 28. The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. Look at Proverbs. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a bandit, and scarcity like an armed man. Look at Proverbs again, 12:11. He who works his land will have abundant food, but he who chases fantasies lacks judgment. We go on, Proverbs again, a lot of it in Proverbs. Diligent hands will rule, but laziness ends in slave labor. Proverbs 13:4. The sluggard craves and gets nothing, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. 21:31 Proverbs. The horse is made ready for the day of battle, but victory rests within the Lord. Look at Matthew. God blesses those who realize their need for Him, and who mourn will be comforted. Timothy, if anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for his immediate family, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. I found out more. I found out this. Thessalonians. For even when we were with you, we gave you this rule. The one who is unwilling to work shall not eat. Ephesians. But God, who is rich in mercy, because of His great love with which He loved us, even when we were dead in trespasses, made us alive together with Christ. By the grace you have been saved. Look at Romans. But to the one who does not work, but believes on Him who declares the ungodly to be righteous, his faith is credited for righteousness. Look at Psalms 94, verses 17 to 19. Unless the Lord had given me help, I would soon have dwelled in the silence of death. When I said, my foot is slipping, your unfailing love, Lord, supported me. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. Look, Proverbs again. The mind of man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Unless the Lord had given me help, I would soon have dwelled in silence of death. When I said, my foot is slipping, your unfailing love, Lord, supported me. When anxiety was great within me, your consolation brought me joy. Clearly, I am persuaded, clearly, reliance upon God is strongly implied. I am persuaded that had I to summarize the verses in the 9 books that I've quoted above, it will be very close to God helps those who help themselves. So, verbatim is not there, but very strong implication. And you know, it's not only just in the Bible. It is not in the Bible alone. A passage with similar sentiments can be found in the Quran. Look, indeed, Allah will not change the conditions of our population until they change what is in themselves. That's the Quran 13:11. It has a different meaning in that it implies that helping oneself is a prerequisite for expecting help from God. Help yourself before you expect help from God. That is the implication. Trust in God, but tie your camel. This is an Arab proverb with a similar meaning. It is also one of the reported sayings of the Islamic prophet Muhammad. According to Tirmidhi, one day Muhammad noticed a Bedouin leaving his camel without tying it. And then he asked Bedouin, why don't you tie down your camel? And the Bedouin answered, I placed my trust in Allah. And what was the answer? Muhammad said, tie your camel and place your trust in Allah. Do your bit before you expect Allah to help you. So in conclusion, I want to say that since God is for all religions, it might be helpful for Christians not to assume that anything and everything mentioned about God must be directly from the Bible. Indeed, Mahatma Gandhi says, there is only one God for us all, whether we find him through the Quran, the Saint Avesta, the Talmud, or the Gita. God is for all of us. So my parting shot, our safety and survival in life does not depend on direct divine intervention, but on our ability to see and willingness to seize opportunities to save ourselves. That is Michael Josephson. And in my entrepreneurship teachings and trainings, I always say, nobody gets to be a millionaire working for another. What am I saying? Work for yourself and pray to God to help you prosper in what you do. You can watch my video on self-mentorship to understand how I've used that proverb. It's not a saying, it's not a verse in the Bible, but a global proverb. So when I mention God helps those who help themselves, I should not be understood to mean that I'm picking it a verse. The word God is mentioned, but doesn't have to be necessarily a verse in the Bible. It is a proverb that has been found time immemorial. Thank you.